Good evening. Good evening. Let's walk through the dark house. Y'all can tell what kind of shoes I've got on. I want to show y'all something that somebody gave me. Look. And I want to tell you what it is because I know all of you can make it. I just don't know what kind of glue to tell you to get. I think they said it had numbers like 580 or something like that was this special glue. And do y'all see this? This is let me push over here under the light. Hold a minute. Wait a minute. Oh. Now, can you see a little bit better now? These are crystal bowls that they got. You could get them at a thrift store or wherever. And, there. Lighting's not good tonight. So they turned the bowls upside down and they got graduating, levels. So there's one bowl, bowl number 2, 3, 4, and they stuck an angel on top. But I have seen them with a cross on top or just another little something on top. And so this thing right here that they've got it sitting on, they said that was a spool. Some kind of spool that held a thread. I've just got it sitting on a cake stand, to even make it higher. But I thought that was just really cute. And let me show you the cookies that I made the other day. I told you I made all these chocolate chip cookies. Let's get over here to the light where you can see that. I made those. But the one thing that I have not done, I have not done it. I don't have up a tree yet. I do not have a Christmas tree. So I'm thinking, what in the world, Brenda? Why don't you have a tree? But you know what? I've just been so busy. I honestly couldn't get to it. I could not get to it. So tonight I'm just getting on here and saying Merry Christmas, even though we don't have a Christmas tree. And it's okay. I'll get one eventually. Y'all know that my mail just came just a few minutes ago. And it's almost dark. Well, it's 5 minutes till 5. And my mail just came. Do y'all's mail come late like that? Sometimes. Oh, glory. It's been a something. I want to show you this that came to me. A big rolling pin with "It's Gonna Be Good, Y'all" on it. And then I think I've shown you this one. Handmade. Both of them are handmade. Y'all are just so good to me, I can't believe it. Today, someone sent me a cheesecake. So I am going to call Walt and Hannah and see if they'd like some cheesecake. It says it's some kind of cookies and cream cheesecake, so I know Walt Merrill will like it because he loves chocolate. And I wish Dallas and Anna William and Isabella were close to me, and I'd call them and tell them to come have a piece too. So have y'all been having some good refreshments and things like that during the holidays? Have you made some goodies? Have you made those chocolate chip oatmeal cookies like I told you to? Oh, they're so good, y'all. Listen, I would like for you to tell me. I'm trying to do a little survey. A lot of people said, Brenda, do you have a real tree or an artificial tree? And that's what I want to know tonight. Now, I'll tell you, I always have a real tree. It's one of those kind you go at the grocery store or somewhere like that and buy the tree. Because the trees that are on our property, even though we own 80 acres of land, they're not Christmas tree type stuff. We've got some cedar trees that you could cut down, but our cedars here in lower Alabama, like Andalusia, Alabama, are wispy. They're soft and they won't hold an ornament up, especially the ornaments of today. Because the ornaments of today are heavy and it won't hold it up. And then a pine tree, that doesn't work. I tried that one year, and the pine needles are too long, and it's too far between this branch and the next branch. So it looks hollow all in there. So the pine tree doesn't work. So I wind up buying me a tree. And I like the real tree, and my grandchildren want me to have a real tree. So I'm going to get a real tree. And I've already got my tree stand we won it when we were first married. So that's been about 56 years ago. I'm still using the same Christmas tree stand. We went to a party one night, and big celebration thing, and they had door prizes. And we won the Christmas tree stand, and we won a pound of sausage. A pound of sausage, that's what we won. So anyway, but I don't have anything Christmassy. Y'all see my little churches right there. That's as Christmas as I've got right there. And those aren't Christmas decorations. I leave those up all the time. They're homemade churches. A friend of mine, like that. They all have steeples and stuff on it. I like the odd things of life. Let's see if y'all know what this is. Let me get them out so you can see them. I have 3 of them. I don't know where the other one is. These things. I showed you this not long ago, but some of y'all didn't get to see them. Who knows what this is? And I want to know if you have a real tree or an artificial tree. And ask me questions on here. Maybe next time I'm doing a live, I'll answer them. But I can't answer them while they're going up like this. Oh, come on. Come on. What is this? These used to go in a hardware store, a feed and seed store, and they would say, what size scoop seed do you want? And if I said I want this little one, they just scoop down in the turnip greens and get me that many seeds, and it was X amount of dollars. Probably cents back then. No telling how old those things are. They're beautiful. I love them. This one's got a kind of a red wood handle. See, you can tell where the paint is. And I don't know if this one ever had a color. It looks like it's just, it's green. There it is. It was a green handle. They said, I'll take a scoop of the green handle one. One of my favorite stores in life is a hardware store. I love those. Or co-ops. Aren't they fun to go in? They've got all those seeds and garden supplies and gloves and all kind of stuff in there you look at, rakes and things. And then in your hardware stores, you see a lot of beautiful old furniture, and you see pottery and pots and pans and unusual things and brooms. I mean, so it's fun to go in pottery stores. I love them. But anyway, I don't have a tree yet, so I would show you if I had one. But I don't have one, but this is something I'm going to cook this weekend. I got them sitting over here on the table. I'm going to cook that this weekend. I'm going to cook 2 rutabagas. I'm going to cook that one. And I got one more over here. I'm going to cook this rutabaga. I'm going to have rutabagas and cornbread. So if you want to tune in the next day or two, I am craving a vegetable. I've eaten so many rich foods and all these casseroles and stuff. I'm kind of getting tired of them. Are y'all? Or you hadn't had many? I'm ready for some plain soup or some rutabagas or something. Because I know that when Christmas time actually gets here, I'm going to be eating those rich foods again. I think I've gained already 2 or 3 pounds just snacking. This morning I ate 2 of those chocolate chip cookies for breakfast. And then I ate a whole breakfast after that. So I'm just gaining weight. I got to quit that. Let's see if I see anything I might want to answer. This lady says she has a fake tree, but had a real tree that something loved the empty space was. Anyway, here's what happens on your. Here's the 2 disadvantages, or the 2 disadvantages I see. All right, with the artificial tree, the disadvantage is you have to store it all year. Where do you store yours? Have you got to climb up in the attic? Have you got to take it apart? Are the lights already on it, and then half of them don't work? The top half comes on, the bottom half comes on, and the middle one doesn't. That's the disadvantage, storing it. And the advantage of an artificial tree is that you don't have all those pine needles all over the floor. That's the advantage. All right, let's talk about the real tree. The disadvantage of a real tree is that when Christmas is over and you're trying to take it out of the house, drag it out of the house, those needles are from wherever that tree was all the way to you get out the door. And that is where they actually fall off. There's so many of them. No telling how many months those trees are cut before we ever even buy it. But there's so many of those things that I actually have to get a broom and a dustpan and sweep them up and then vacuum, because I know it's going to tear my vacuum cleaner up if I just try to vacuum them up. But the advantage of a real Christmas tree is the smell of that pine or cedar that you have in your house. It's just so wonderful to have a real tree and water in the little container. It's just a beautiful thing. And another advantage is I hadn't got to store it. I just chuck it outside. So that's the good part of a real and a good part of an artificial tree. Both of them are beautiful, but they both have advantages and they both have disadvantages. We just have to make our choice and stick to it and say, this is what I'm going to do. Well, y'all, I've got to go somewhere, so I'm going to run on out the door. I hope y'all have a wonderful night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. That's what they used to say a long time ago. And have a really good night. When I get home, I'll read all your, this will say your sweater looks good on you. Well, thank you, darling. I've had it for years, but it's comfortable. It's not real thick, and so it feels good. Anyway, love y'all. Bye-bye.